Another beautiful day at long last. And we are gearing up to win, gearing up for victory. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, as you're tuning in, be sure to give our disclaimer a quick look, a quick read. Remember that day trading is risky business. In fact, here in the States, they say three three out of every five small businesses fail within the first 3 years. In day trading, they say 9 out of 10 traders fail. And so one of the biggest keys here is to go slow first. Utilize simulators, utilize small size, practice, improve, prove consistency, prove confidence, competence, everything before being ultra aggressive. That way, as you're going through the learning curve, you can have longevity. All right, don't fall victim into hearing, Joe at work made some big gains and just jumping in here wild without a strategy or plan. It'll be certain destruction if you do. Okay. Now, with that being said, remember to be careful with copy trading. It doesn't work. Remember, I do not invest in my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts. And lastly, be careful of fake advertisements as well. People are stealing the Relentless trading and Team House content and trying to run ads with them. So if you spot a fake ad, help us out in reporting it. We do appreciate the help. Other than that, let's take a look at the beautiful gap scan. And what I have to do here, actually, I gotta pull up the chart. Let's pop this out, copy this, paste it over here into a new tab. And then I can pull up the 10 seconds so that later we have this ready. Okay, and I'll leave this on APM for now. Did any of you guys trade THAR in after hours? When I was making the recap, I saw that thing hitting like 450 and then $5 somewhere there, which is pretty crazy to see. Hopefully, for those of you who do look at after hour trading, you guys were able to get something out of it. Okay, and on top of that, let me just turn on this other scanner here. I'd like to have everything ready so that by the open, I'm solid, I'm locked in, can focus. All right, APM is leading the way, up 122% with 93 million shares of volume. Very impressive. So looking at the chart, it does seem like, THAR yesterday before the afternoon push. And by that, I mean, it seems slow and steady. So, in the recap, we mentioned, doing a better job at trading the range, working the range, being in with more size after our starter position quicker, and holding a little longer to get the full resolution of the move. So if APM is going to be similar in that aspect, today we're going to get a chance to redeem ourselves with some better, more focused trading, more efficient trading. We got highs at 303, and the VWAP is down there at 256, which also happens to be the low of the most recent consolidation. And you know what? I forgot to sign in to my eTrade Pro account again. So I'll have to go to white screen. And I do get a little paranoid signing in and out on a live stream. I don't like to do it. Okay, let me pull up eTrade here. As a live streamer, for somebody who's streaming, whether you're streaming on YouTube, Twitch, security is always important, and best not to have my accounts compromised here. So I'll be back in a flash. In fact, I'll go on the disclaimer screen this time. I got siblings that are in like tech, and they tell me anytime you're putting in a password, also mute your mic. Because apparently people can be like specialists in just hearing what keys you're pushing and be able to crack down on you. Isn't that crazy? Man, the lengths of which you have to take. So no matter how far they will go, we will go even further. We'll take even greater strides to make sure we protect ourselves. And this is why the people love watching Relentless Trader. All right? Okay. Coming back to the gap scan again. And by the way, I wanted to look at the daily chart, 8 p.m., which is why I signed in there. So this one made a move recently as of July 16th, going from 117 to 440. It's a pretty nice move. But since then, we've pulled back, we've sold off, and today it's curling back up again with high volume. If we go over some more, we'll see that we also had a big move going back to December of last year. The very last day of the year, it gapped up from 110 to 750. Pretty impressive move there. So this one is known for giving big moves. Today I think it'll come down to how well can we hold up above the pre-market highs after the open. If we can hold those pre-market highs and continue to push, we can be able to work this one here and get what we need. So that's 8 p.m. Looks good. And perhaps the main stock here today. Moving on down the list. By the way, we got 6 minutes, so I'll speed it up a little bit. PTIX, which looks okay. PTIX up 58%, 27 million shares of volume. Started off around 8 a.m. Pre-market highs at 424. And we are consolidating right now below the VWAP, which is fine. Into the open, can we reclaim that level, which is 370s, 380s? And then, again, for me, I'm always just looking for an uptrend. I really and truly don't like sideways momentum. However, we could still trade the range, but you got to be very careful and identify very quickly that, hey, this is not a stock that's going to hold up its levels and keep going. And so sometimes you got to really watch for that, like even sometimes low of day flush out, and be really careful, because if you're in too high, especially with size, you can get blazed. So it's really going to come down to threading the needle versus a stock that's trending up, holding the pullbacks, going higher. It's a different style of trading, I'd say. Although some of what we're looking for is still the same. But downtrending momentum, I've only met one trader in our chat room who really loved it. I know Tim and Marcelo, they do well on it, but there's this guy, his name was Kyle, a couple of years ago. He'd make the bulk of his gains on the backside, or stocks are just going down, like into the open, flushing down. And he's going long, but he was so good at identifying the dip every time. That is tough, man. That's, if you can do that, it's nice, but it's definitely a tough area, right? Because it's like going against the tide, the wind, headwind. Anyhows, PTIX looks decent. Daily chart looks okay. We are below the 200 EMA though, and that level's at 533. We last pushed up in May of this year, where we went from 3 to 14. Not bad. 533, I'll map out. And if we're able to get over that level, the next obvious level would be at 865 if it happens to be parabolic and really strong. When was the last time we had a nice smooth stock go from 2 to 10, 3 to 8, 8 to 16, sweet uptrend? We're still waiting patiently here. And in the meantime, we got to make do with these stocks like THAR, PTIX, etc. I'm going to start up my screen recording and I'm going to write up the watch list, and I'll pretty much be ready to go for another beautiful day. We got Limitless in the building. Bubblegum? What kind of bubblegum are we talking about? These are some of the names of the students in the chat room here. Alan, what's up? Okay, screen recording looks good. Top 2 stocks, APM. THAR, I think, deserves to be on the list, even though it's down a bit. TIX, THAR, and AMED. How are we looking here quickly? Quick glance at this one. AEMD. It seems like the stocks are going to be similar to the one we had yesterday, but that's not guaranteed. We'll see. And maybe we might get a penny stock or two, right? That's always possible. My Thinkorswim is ready to go if there's a penny stock, so you know there's no issues there today. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, as a 2-minute warning is coming up, you guys know every day we get like 500-600 people, but the pastor only getting 50 likes for being a brave soul here and live streaming his trading to the world with no fear. H1 Media is in the building. What's up? What's up? Not a lot of people would do something like this, you know, but it's all good. You know, whoever can hit the thumbs up, we appreciate it, right? We're not going to be begging for likes here. Instead, we're going to be laser focused and dialing in. So APM into the open, perhaps. Doesn't seem super active, you know, but again, we might have to be playing the range today, similar to yesterday, right? Let me make sure that this is in place. Looking good. All right. The thing that I do like about the Zendu scan is that the hottest stock that's moving is like it populates a little bigger. So it kind of lets you know, like, okay, this is more than likely where most of the momentum is. I think that's a good thing that they have over there. Big Steve, let's keep it classy in the chat. Okay, APM into the open, and I have the others in my recents in case I have to switch over. So far, we're in a bit of a downtrend here to start APM. PTIX might have a better setup earlier here, but you know, we'll see. APM also pushing up a bit. It's a good move. 270 to 297. So it's back to 270. So that's that right there. I'm looking at that as a full retracement. Okay, so that's telling me a little bit about what this day here might be on this one. PTIX also some small movements there. How well can we hold? How well can we hold the low of this range? I'd like to see it get up to 90s again, though. Over the next minute and a half, can we get back up to 90? PTIX also back down a bit. Okay, there's 87, which is pretty close to the target, which is good. Okay, this is good. But can we make a new high, or are we going to be stuck in the range here? That's the key question. 97 for highs. If it rips through 3, that could be a good sign here for an uptrending move. It's back to the depths. We got to make our trading simple here, as mentioned yesterday in the recap, and just take the proper entries, be patient. Try to identify how the stock is moving early and move accordingly. Nothing more, nothing less. And we also have to be vocal with our analysis here to keep ourselves in check. PTIX is back at the highs. Still need to do a better job being in it a little more and holding longer. So got to make that adjustment here. By the way, I got to pull up my, I got to minimize E-Trade so that my order entry window can show. Here, I'll do it quickly. There we go. 8 p.m. we've held up the lows twice already, or if you want to say 3 times with higher lows. Will it continue to hold the lows, or is this it? I'm going to throw out the starter. Reducing the risk a little. 70, it looks like it might be coming down. 68, can it reclaim? If not, PTIX might be the one. PTIX to 444. Okay, this one might be a little bit better here for an uptrend. Does it have what it takes for a red to green here? PTIX got 49 for highs. There's a new 5-minute candlestick, PTIX, so just watching to see how it does here. 18. It could definitely pull back more. There's some sellers coming in. APM looks like it's fighting for a red to green. Okay, did we bottom out for PTIX? Or could we still see new lows? APM was fighting for a red to green, but it looks like it's up and down there. Watching PTIX to see how well it can hold up the range here. I sold half there on that selling pressure, but it held up. Still holding the other half, selling another half of that, and watching. Can we see over 40? The 1 minute candle there didn't quite make the new high. That early sell was no bueno. It's coming down. I got that dip though, but took a loss with the starter size at 21. It actually might hold. Damn. Yeah, I think it might hold. It might hold. It might just end up being like a bottoming wick VWAP bounce. I'm just gonna hold this position here with a stop. Diamond hands here. Diamond hands for PTIX. Can we hold up? Diamond hands. Diamond hands for the pastor. I'm interested in seeing 35 and 40 again over time. Just gonna wait patiently and keep my tight stop. Look to work the range. Simple trading, no complications. Only two things can happen. It comes down to my stop and I keep it tight, or it goes and it's a nice trade, right? Not the nonsense of over trading the levels. Is it worth adding back? Maybe. I think over 35 it could explode a little bit. More of a breakout trade though. If it's able to do it, I'll take a small add. Nope, it's back down. Not quite able to do it. It's a quick bounce there. Not quite a retest of the lows, bit of a higher low. APM, by the way, selling off miserably. I didn't get to add over 35. I looked over to APM. Not good. No good. But we should continue up here, so I'm just going to keep holding. Dang, that 35 add would have been nice right there, though, right? Big bid 64. Oh, this is it, bro. Just simple trading, man. Not that nonsense. Fumbling and over trading the zone. The key for the stock at this point is not to fail miserably. Like right now, it has no business being back below 430. Right now, the way how it's moving. So it's just a matter of just letting this thing go and just buying. That's what I'm going to be doing. Not financial advice, of course. As we know, copy trading does not work. I'm going to increase my size a little bit here too. Well, I didn't get to add back 50. I thought was kind of high. I thought 50 was too high to add, and it held 53 or so. So, watching. It's quite extended now, I'd say, actually. So, I mean, there's still big bids showing up 84. It's a massive bid right there. I don't know, maybe it keeps going, but I want to be careful with trying to buy it super high because we didn't really get a red candle in there after the push through 35. So we could see a bigger pullback at some point. And I do not need to get caught in it. Oh, 99. Oh my, it's just going. It's going all the way. Well, I'm holding 2 shares at 66 at 46. Time looks good. I mean, this is a great time for it to pull back. If not, It might be too late to get back in. Trying not to chase the high. I mean, the scalping at the highs could work if it's gonna go to like 530, 550, $6. But if not, gotta be careful. Yesterday we gave back at the highs, trying to be aggressive, thinking it's gonna keep squeezing. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm all out and waiting. The 200 EMA is at 533, and we're in proximity. So when I mentioned I'm gonna start taking size, we never had the pullback, so I never got in with size. So we're up nicely with the smaller size. We'll take it, and we got to be careful here. The stocks these days, you never know if they're gonna continue or not. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just paying attention to see if we do get to a backside. Okay. So right now I'm in a position where I'm just kind of like looking to see what the stock wants to do. That pullback there held up, so there's a new high. I can throw out starters here just to see. It's kind of quick on the tape though. Quick on the tape, hard to get in. How quickly it's going. Trying for 94. We had a new high, but it was a false breakout, so maybe we come back lower even. Got to be careful here to not get caught. See, that study session from yesterday might pay off really well here if this works out too. That's a high ad. Okay, cool. Time. There's a new candle though. This could be a little dicey here, but watching. Where did they film me? Will we continue upwards here? Save the monster, I can feel him. He's in 15k size, brother. But is the move going to hold for us? Pastor with the baby size here. Big Steve, I must slam the buy button. What am I doing on this trade? Okay, okay. Can we see 510? 520? Taking a little something, but can we see 510, 520, Big Steve? You see, I need to be in on those trades with more size, right? So that when I'm using size like more as the stock is going, it negates any loss, you know? It's like that opportunity was too good to not hit the buy button a couple more times right there. It should go to a new high or at least retest. Was it going to be right here? I want to be careful of a false breakout, but it looks like we could go. Come on, through 520 and have short sellers remember the pain of THAR yesterday. We didn't make a new high. I mean, we're still here, but we didn't make a new high. I'm only down to 12 shares. But again, that was from 585 to, or 485 to 520. It's like I needed to have more size than just 700 shares, you know? If I'm in there 4K size and then I take a loss later, it's like it doesn't matter. The loss is small compared to that sweet win. Got to get to more size here with more confidence in the range. This could also be it for the stock too, because the 200 EMA is there and there's a double top. This could give short sellers more confidence. Although our 5-minute chart is still pretty bullish. So it's hard to say exactly, but we're kind of like an in-between here. I just know Save was in on that trade 15K size. And I'm in here with baby size. If he's listening, he's laughing for sure. And 510, it's back up. 505. Honestly, I'm gonna be all out and I'll just wait. I just had like a couple shares left there. I'll be out, and if it makes the new high, I think I'll start to trade it again. If it doesn't, then I'm not sure about the dip. I could try it with starter size, but maybe not full size, being that we're coming down off of like a double top. AMP. AMP, the next stock to trade, it looks like. I actually thought it was halting down, so I didn't even look over, but nice. Okay. So we blew through 480, which means this is going to be a 5-minute setup. And that's the setup I could take. We should get a bounce off of that setup. I suspect we'd probably see like 450. See, and that's where going short can be easier. It's like the moment this doesn't make a new high, I just go short, you know? I wonder if there's shares at Thinkorswim. Let me see. I mean, it's too late now, but I'll just check. Rejected. No shares. I wonder if I'm even still on the hard to borrow list because I dropped my account down so much. I don't know. Should be, right? I mean, if we're not gonna dip over 90, maybe I can take a starter here in case it wants to red to green. It wants the red to green, brother. Can I make a new high though over 520. When is that resumption coming up? I gotta check so I don't miss it. Although, you know, do I even want to use size there? Still holding. Damn it. Kind of paper hands that trade a little bit. This is looking threatening here. As in threatening for short sellers. If I'm short at like 510, I don't want to see this. It's the last thing I want to see is a big move up this quickly. The last thing I want to see. Okay. Give it a sec. What's the resumption time? I need to check. But I want to watch this trade too. It's an early pullback, which is not a bad thing here. Dang. If I take the quick peek, I missed the dip here if it's going to work. Damn, that's a high ass ad, bro. I tried lower, I got high fill. Am I going to pay the price? No, the short sellers are going to pay the price. Through 5. Through 520. Damn, boy. See, dang, on that resumption. Okay, and it's going to come down. Quick. What's the name of it? APM. Okay, 58 seconds. There's time. This is not good. I should have sold more up there, man. I sold half at 503 and then break even another half. Red the other one. Not good. This is where we should see covering through the moon here, but maybe the resistance is too strong, right? APM. Guys, I'm telling you guys to mark my words, man. As long as we can breathe, we can stand a chance at doing better in this market. As long as we are alive. Here we go. I'm long on Thinkorswim, looking for over 20. And holy shit. Bro. I'm selling at 28. I probably got filled like low. That is tough, bro. That is tough, man. Shoots. Only took a couple hundred shares. And then PTIX is worth keeping an eye on just in case. And definitely a day we could have put out more size, but you know, all good in the neighborhood. We got to protect the gains now. Protect the gains. I do like that we're holding above the pre-market highs here. It just doesn't feel right to not have the hotkeys to sell half or a quarter or whatever. And going back to the DAS on Guardian. Think or depths. You know, it's weird, right? Like I feel more used to this platform now. Wow, PTIX, is it going? Shoots. 540 highs, but can it hold up 520 though? Throwing out a starter at 10 just to see. I'll add through 20 if it looks good. If not, I'll just keep it tight here. Adding. There's 16. And okay. No good. See, I added early. That was a problem. Okay, coming back to APM. PTIX, maybe we need to hold above 530 actually, because that's where the 200 EMA is. I'll give it time to just grind higher, and then once it gets through 530, we'll be back in business. Using Thinkorswim and hearing the chime, and coming back to DAS and not hearing the chime, man, so weird. At one point, I was trying to set up a chime on this platform too, which you could do. I think there's like the order fill thing. 8. Okay, re-averaging lower. It could be a 5-minute pullback though. Not ideal there. A bit of a loss. We only got 96 exit. All right, PTIX. It's over 530. Holy shoot. It's going up like crazy. Oh, man. Son of a gun. 74 highs. Dip for us, please. It is holding up fairly high. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. Bro, why does this happen? I swear I look over, and it just is down there already. Oh my gosh. Man. Don't tell me I missed that, man. No fair, man. No fair. The moment I take my eyes off the level 2 right there, man. Oh, that is tough. See, something like that. And look at this bounce, right? Brutal, brutal. Dude, that's the pullback of all pullbacks right there. Quite tragic to miss. Tragic to miss that move. Tragic. Tragedy. I'm still holding small size from 56. I would have bottom ticked that trade for sure. But it's in the past. Moving on. We got potential new high coming up over 75. I should have made way more on this thing. Like it's so frustrating to just miss those entries like that. I would have sized in there because you remember I already said I'm looking to use size on the pullback. Son of a gun. Is this a false breakout? Perhaps. It seems like it to me. Oh, no, it's back up. What's it want to do? Up or down, high or low? It's going up here, but it's a little choppy, I'd say. Not as clean as the last consolidation and breakout. Man, I can't believe it. It's moving kind of wild here. Time. What was the next resistance? $8. Although I don't know if it'll go till there, but I'm probably not going to see a pullback either. Candle's about to close soon. I don't want to have a bias as to how low it could go. I just want to stay reactive. Oh, that held. That held up. Okay. I got a high fill on that though. It's the only problem. And wrong hotkey as well. Great. Not ideal. Watching the pullback. Okay. It's a 5-minute pullback for sure. Time to re-average. Well, man, oh man. Bro. Bro. The other stock is curled up a little bit, by the way. Jeez Louise. See, so as I mentioned on the way up, right? This is why I needed to have freaking size in all those trades so that, because you know a loss is inevitable. It happens. Jesus Christ, brother. If this flushes out, then I am done so on the stock. Bro, unbelievable, bro. There's no way I traded this stock so well and ended red right there. Those key areas, I tell you, man. Okay, cool, no problem. All good. APM. Bro, that was like freaking great trading. And in the freaking depths. APM, I mean, I don't know. It's already pulling back off of 3. Bro, sakes, man. That pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie. We got a high of what, 620. The dip doesn't hold up till the 200, well, a little bit below the 200. My stop there was 30, and I'm out at 27. It looks like it's overshooting the zone by a couple cents. Low of 19. Can it get back to 50 at least? And then some of these trades, I'm hitting the wrong freaking hotkey. Mother lover, mother lover. I'm on the sidelines. This pullback could hold. It could work. Oh, man, there's no way. It could work, but, you know, I got to be careful. APM back up a little bit. What was that 284 dip? Needed to be in with more size. With more size on all those earlier sweet trades. You know, it's part of the challenge of like trying to build a day and then using size. It's like you build a day with like 300-400 shares, you go up to like 1,500, 2K shares, and if you take losses, you're back to flat in like one trade. In one trade. There's a seller here. This thing might come down. Yeah. It might be official backside. Reclaims haven't really been working. Can we see over 40? Or is this a bluff? Steamy. It is steamy. It is steamy. My frustration, that is. My frustration, that is. APM, you know, over 310 or whatever that is, could be interesting. Instant rejection. Lovely. Through 40, no good. The high of the bear flag proving to be a little too much. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I haven't been this upset all week. Now I need a boxing match. Is the live stream not working? Man, I need a boxing match right now. I need a boxing match right now. Ah, that is madness to have such a nice sweet stock and go red. It is a mockery of justice. This thing is still kind of bouncing here, although I don't know if it's able to get over 540 though. There could be an opportunity there if it's able to break. You know, taking profits into the resistance. What can we push through the resistance? 60? 60? Got to be careful of a false breakout here too. What's it gonna be? Can we see 65, 70, or is this Titanicing back down? There's 70, although only for like a millisecond. It might mean business here. I'd pay attention to it just in case it goes all the way eventually. $49? Bro, bro, don't wait. No way, no way. No way, man. I bought at 44. There's no way. I should have been in there. Oh man. And I should have just held that whole thing longer too. Trying for 59, like the fills are cooked. It's so volatile that by the time I'm trying to sell, it's already back down 6 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents. And I'm getting the fills into the moon. Into the moon. What is this day, bro? Days like this normally would feel like a 3K day or something. Like that's kind of the feeling of the day, you know. And here I am flat. All right, you know, I mean, trader rehab, but man, tell you, we still failed miserably to put out the size. So we got to do a better job. No excuse. No excuse. Things are definitely a little different. Like usually in an area like this, like you know, the breakout trade is obvious. Like right now, it's a little like sketchy. You know, like it's hard for me to say if this will go to 80 here. Like it's usually it's not the case, right? I can like sell and get back in again like countless times. But like this right here, this price action is like, you know, are we gonna go to 70, 80, or is it, you know, price action is a little messy. As long as this thing doesn't crash down back to like 510, bro, there might still be hope. Might. It's a big might. We got the 5 minute candle that made the new high. Two candles at bottoming wick, back over to 200 EMA. Their lover. Bro, tomorrow I'm not gonna make this mistake. Like, it just seems like every day there's something I gotta just keep doing better, you know? Tomorrow, the moment the stock is good, that's it. I'm in with size. If this thing gives a second move right here, the moment it's good, I'm in with size. Can't keep making the same mistakes or it'll be insanity. Or it'll be insanity. It's fighting for 70. You know, will we see over 70 here? Why the micros, boy? I do not see it. It is just going. Where's the baby dips that I need? The sweet baby pullback. I bought 540 and we ended up going as low as 520. I had no chance in that dip buying so high. The 200 EMA was at 33. So I had to stop out. I stopped out 27. My stop was at 30, a couple cents below. So maybe in too high. Well, not maybe, definitely was in too high. 620 high of day. Will we get one last opportunity here before it goes? Taking it. Taking it like a man here with size. Taking it like a man with some hair on my chest. Now all it needs to do is not blaze me and flush down to 50, right? If it blazes me, then I'm cooked, Big Steve. I'm cooked stew. Watching, waiting, time. There's no immediate bounce. Adding 55. And am I cooked? I might be cooked here. I might be cooked. Yep, I'm cooked. Perfect. Lovely, lovely. Way to end the day. The 1 minute pullback is a massive flush out to cook me. Waiting for the dip, and the dip is into oblivion. Well, Big Steve, today is E for effort. Mother lover, man. I'm done. I'm done on the day. I don't even care if this thing goes to $8. Tomorrow I'll be back. Mission failed. And then 8 p.m. is going. Tomorrow I'll be back. Tomorrow, man. What a sweet day. What a sweet day, man. See, days like this, you can't afford to mess up and end red. 515 dip. Man, look at this pullback, man. Like, what is this? 490? Bro, again, I didn't stand a chance. I bought at 560 and added 55 for the dip. It goes as low as 487. Nothing from this move up indicated that we could have pulled back this much. Man, you know, if we had tested high of day and rejected, it could have made more sense for the pullback to be this aggressive. Like, hey, double top, short sellers really piling in. But we got up to $6, looking pretty healthy. Red, $600. Not good. Not good at all. Green 600 to red 600. Well, I'll watch over the film, look back at all those key areas where I needed to be in mid-size, and make sure that the same thing doesn't happen tomorrow. If we're up like 2K, worst case scenario, we give back, you know, something off the top. And this is how even when you're green on the day nicely, you can give back, right? Because I mean that, like, there's just nothing there saying we should drop down to 480, right? Like, I mean, that dip was pretty good. Like, it looked very attractive to hold and then rebound, even if we got down as low as like 45 or so, right? To then retest 6. Instead, it is in oblivion here. Not even a 200 EMA held up here. Yeah, 480, 480. Bro, do I want to stop trading 5-minute setups? I think I'll write that down. Like, as nice as it is to capture this move here. And by the way, yesterday THAR did the same exact pullback, right? I think maybe I just leave this. Typically, what I'll try to do is trade the high, so break a 40. But I think maybe just leaving this, like, especially on the way down. The break of 40 trade I could try. Like, I lost 5 cents the first time, then we made money. But coming down here, like, I'm in at 40. There's just your stop has to be so wide, even if you're just taking a couple of starters. You know, who would have expected 520, 519? So I think just leaving this alone. Let's write it down in the notebook here for tomorrow. Day 2 of Trader Rehab. Depsy. Do not trade the 5-minute setup. And you know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? It's going to give the best 5-minute setup to try to convince me to start doing it again. And I'll have to resist the temptation. And you are sizing up too slowly. Too slowly, way too slowly. We did miss that one area too, where we like looked away from our level two. I mean, just nonsense like that, you know. That flush came down to 33 to the penny. Like I would have that right there is what we're used to seeing, like that quick flush down and a nice bounce up. Sizing up too slowly. Even the first stock of the day that we traded, we made like $80 with the small size, and then we sized up. We took a loss. We're like flat on a stock. So we needed to take some more size sooner there as well. APM flying to the moon. Maybe I have to maybe I have to sign back in. And these damn stocks, I tell you. This is a nice setup here, actually. Nice setup, ABCD into a bull flag and giving some follow through. Part of me feels like the day is done here. The day is done, or do I want to keep fighting? Previous high about 328. And this one did look choppy before this move up, but this is a nice move up here. Showing up late to it like this isn't good, of course, but you know, maybe there could be a good pullback. Daily chart 442, the next big key level. By the way, I do appreciate the thumbs up. We got a lot of thumbs up today. That was nice. The key for this one is if it pulls back, we need to hold up tightly and not flush down to like 310 from this 350 level here. Time. There's a new candle. shit, I've been muted. Holy crap. My bad. I'm saying I made 150 in that dip there. In those two dips at like 33 to 40, 45. At least we made something back. My P&L thing is not I guess I can minimize this window. That's what I could do. I can minimize this one. Oh no, it still shows E-Trade. Well, yeah, it's not gonna show because actually, can I? Let's see if I click this and then click this. Nope, doesn't work. I'd have to minimize E-Trade, which I need to chart since I signed out of Thinkorswim. I mean, we'll see if it keeps holding up here, you know, high 20s, low 30s. If it breaks down, I'm just leaving the 5-minute pullback alone. Not going to try to buy any dips at the VWAP at like 310, 320, nothing. Just leaving it. Those trades are the death of me right now. Holy fuck, man. There's just... Where did I get filled? Bro, there's no way that just happened, bro. After making back 250, I somehow get filled 66, buying at 58, and then I'm out at 47. Well, that's the day. That's definitely the day, bro. Just that was kind of stupid. What was that? I got filled 8 cents or 7 cents higher, and then it's down. We got 68, 60 something there, and then 47 on the bids. I'm getting out at 47. No way. Well, that's my day. Down 1K now. After bringing the loss to 398, we lose 600 there in that trade. Well, Big Steve, brother, E for effort. Tomorrow again. Bro, there's just no that. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm done so. Bro.